Today, Catherine, Jennifer, and Elian will be talking about the Glensheen Mansion. This gorgeous mansion is located in Duluth, Minnesota. It was built between 1905 and 1908 by Chester and Clara Gongdon. The 12-acre estate has 39 rooms. Chester Gongdon became the wealthiest man in Minnesota in 1916, worth $40 million. Glensheen means shining glen. It was the first home in the area to have electricity and running hot water. This mansion was known to have extravagant parties on well-groomed lawn. In 1977, heiress Elizabeth Gongdon and her night nurse were murdered at the mansion. The complex included 5 buildings: the mansion, a cottage, a maintenance building, a carriage house, and a boathouse. The interior was designed by William A. French & Co. The styles included were late Victorian, art and crafts, federal style, and Art Nouveau. The trim, panels, furniture used Circassian walnut, mahogany, cypress, fumed oak, enameled birch, and American walnut. Design includes coffered ceiling, wood paneling, and stained windows.
Hi, I'm Catherine. So for this living room here, as you can see, it's very warm, lots of oranges and reds in this room. It includes gilded mirrors, gilded frames, and gilded light fixtures. There's this piano here towards the front of the picture. It is a custom built Steinway parlor piano. I'm sure it was very expensive. The centerpiece of the living room, more to the right, is a burnt orange fireplace made of Numidian marble. This was a very popular marble used by Roman builders to really showcase their wealth. And then there is an alabaster light. I'm not sure if you could see it in this picture, but it is from Florence, Italy, and it includes a column and Roman figurines. And then moving on to the breakfast room, there's a lot of greenery here, a lot of windows, a lot of natural lighting. They believe that's most likely designed by John Bradstreet, and then whoever built this was inspired by the Japanese wood technique. I'm not sure if I'm going to say this correctly, but I believe it's Jin Sugi. And then there's green rockwood tiles you could see on the flooring and the walls. And this light fixture at the top is handmade by the Minneapolis Handicraft Guild, so a lot of custom-made pieces throughout the mansion. And then there's the library. Every mansion needs to have their library. The ceiling is made of, I'm not sure if I'm saying this word correctly, anaglypta, which is embossed blended paper. There's Italian wool tapestry that lines the walls, and then as you can see, there's a lot of mahogany wood molding, and then hanging lamps that are next to this fireplace were actually originally in an Egyptian mosque, which I find very interesting. And then to the right is the smoking den. The wood is Japanese cypress. There are lights with a water lily motif. Chester, the original owner of the mansion, he really liked water lilies, so they included that motif throughout different pieces throughout the mansion. The walls were originally golden bronze burlap paper, but are now a grass cloth wall covering. And then towards the fireplace, which is not shown in this picture, there is a lion's head and foot that is bronze and iron. And then to the left is the reception room. A lot of wood, a lot of gold here. There is a vase, again, I'm not sure how to say that word, believed to be from the Japanese Meiji period. The owners traveled the world quite often, so that's why there's a bunch of different pieces from all around the world, like Japanese inspired pieces, a piece from the Middle East, Europe, and then the woodwork and furniture is made of Circassian walnut that is native to the southwest region of Russia. And then, just like as I was saying, how they traveled the world, it also includes a Tofane pottery teacup and saucer set from Istanbul.
I will be talking about the Glensheen exteriors. Glensheen sits on 12 acres of waterfront property on Lake Superior. Beginning in 1905, landscape architect Charles Levitt took Chester Congdon's idea and turned them into his and his wife Clara's beautiful dream home. Charles was an American landscape architect, urban planner, and civil engineer who designed everything from elaborate gardens on Long Island, New York, and New Jersey estates to the federal parks in Cuba, hotels in Puerto Rico, and plans of towns in Florida, New York, and elsewhere. Charles Levitt was hired to ensure the siting of the house disturbed the surrounding woods as little as possible. Extensive formal gardens in the descending levels from the house to the lake were executed based on English landscape gardening concepts of the time. Planting beds were placed around a framework of walls, hedges, and paved formal grassy paths are guided through these areas, and there's a bridge that crosses a stream into a lake. In their heyday, the gardens were much more elaborate than today, and the grounds contained 4 large greenhouses torn down by 1971. These were formerly located behind the gardener's cottage and generated 6 annuals planted. Still visible are remnants of the utility gardens that formerly grew most of the crops from the Congdon family. Some of these gardens are now used to vegetable trials and mulch studies by the University of Minnesota. And that's it.